Okay, so our latest MLS numbers have just come in, and this isn't some Zestimate value forecast put out by some third-party website. The data we're going to look at comes directly from the North Texas Real Estate Information Systems, or NETRIS, which is our local MLS here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And NETRIS aggregates all their raw data into a monthly report that I've shared some of the more relevant data points with you in this email. So, here's where we are as a market. This place is still flaming hot, and I'm just going to run you through the top 3 most relevant data points to look at to sort of help gauge the temperature of the market. And number 1 is average sale price. So last year we saw a 10.2% increase in average market value, which is incredible in light of the fact that in 2015 we saw a 10.5% increase, 2014 we saw a 7.2% increase, 2013 we had a 9.9% increase. These numbers really are unheard of. And if you look at similar markets around the country, we fare at the very top. And this is a simple function of supply and demand. Simply put, there are more people moving to our city than we have places for them to live. Okay, number 2, list price to sale price ratio. So I'm sure you've heard of people talk about getting multiple offers all above list price, etc. And this is not uncommon. But what isn't talked about as much is what properties actually close for. So after all the negotiations and the appraisal report, what do people actually get when they're sitting at the closing table? Well, in our market, we're sitting at about 97.2%. So on average, people literally are walking away with 97.2% of their asking price, which has steadily been rising since 2013. Once again, a simple function of supply and demand. And the last thing to look at is the average days on market. And you might be surprised to find out that the average is actually 42 days, which also has been steadily going down since 2013. Now, there are certainly pockets of real estate that perform much better than this on average, and there are also some tactics and strategies to get this number down closer to the single digits. But once again, this decrease in days on market is a simple function of supply and demand. So, what does all of this mean? Well, basically, this means that we are still in a hot seller's market. Prices are going up, people are squeezing more out of the sale of their home, and houses are selling faster every year. So if you're looking to sell soon, there are still a lot of tactics and strategies to implement to make sure that we squeeze the most out of the sale of your home. But in the end, you should have your pick of good, solid buyers. Or if you're soon to be in the market to make a purchase, you're going to have to compete very well in order to secure a contract on the home that you want. And the good news is that our purchase contract allows for plenty of flexibility to write both a competitive offer while still protecting your best interest as a buyer. If you are in either one of these camps, this data should be very helpful to you so you can best strategize your next move. As always, I'm happy to discuss this with you at any point. Please feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great week. 1, 2, 3.